Okay, so this is the third time I've having to get this recording out because I fucking suck at making videos. But yeah, so in today's video, it's a story about one of my friends being a fake piece of shit. But it's whatever. If you enjoyed today's video, then cool, give it a like if you want. And also let's yeah, share it with your friends and shit. But yeah, let's get into the story. So this story takes place around the time when I was about to go to Alabama, so that was like in a month span. I wasn't going to be in Alabama for the entire month, but I was going there for like a week or two. I can't remember, it was a while ago. But I go to Alabama, I'm like, alright, cool, whatever. But like way before this, I had a friend, we'll call her Veronica. And Veronica is one of my friends that, I thought was cool at the time, and like she liked art and shit. And like she was one of those friends you can just tell personal shit to, right? Well, she wasn't. She was a fake piece of shit, like I said before. But yeah. So I was talking to my friend Marcelo. I'm like, yo, man, like this is super cool girl that I like, and like we've been friends for a while, and I think I might ask her out. And he's like, yo, man, go for it. It might go good. If it doesn't, then tell her we should still be friends and shit. So I'm like, hey, blah blah blah, I like you and shit, and like all this other personal shit. And she's like, oh, I like you too, and then tells me some other personal stuff, right? And so I'm like, and she said that we couldn't date because she had like some personal shit. I'm like, all right, that's fine and shit, it's cool, but like, if you don't want to date, that's cool, we can still be friends. I'm like, all right, well, I gotta go, I'll see you tomorrow, right? And I'm like, she's like, yeah, for sure. And so I'm like, well, uh I'm just gonna talk to her tomorrow. So I text her the next day. I'm like, hey, so there's this stuff that I want to show you, and I showed her like some art and shit. No response, right? I'm like, all right, she's probably busy, or she's probably doing something, or some other shit, right? So I text her a couple weeks later. I'm like, yo, like, so, how's it been and shit? Cause we haven't talked in a while. Like before this, like we didn't talk in real life, and I'll explain that why in a minute. I'm like, yo, so like there's stuff I want to show you and shit again. I'm like, yo, it's been a while. Let's talk about some stuff. No response. I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, if she doesn't want to talk or whatever for a bit, then that's cool. So then try to talk to her in real life. I'm like, and ignoring me. I obviously figured this out only just a little while later. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, she's ignoring me, so whatever, fuck it. But so I'm like, all right, well, if she doesn't want to talk, whatever, it's all cool and shit. But yeah. So fast forward when I'm in Alabama, right? So I'm talking to one of my friends who we'll call Stacy. No, she was not an actually Stacy, but we're just gonna call her Stacy for the sake of the video and for the sake of not telling real names. So I'm talking to Stacy. I'm like, hey, so like, how's it been and shit? Because we haven't talked in a while either. Well, we talk a lot now, but anyway, I was talking to one of my friends. She was like, hey, I'm talking to Veronica. I'm like, oh shit, cool. Ask Veronica why she hasn't been talking to me. And she's like, all right, bet. So then I'm talking to one of my friends, Marcelo, and he gets my live reaction to this. I'm like, yo, Mark, like, so how's it been and shit? And then I get the text, and I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Being friends for almost a year and a half, and you're gonna do this shit? And he was like, what happened, man? I was like, you remember that one person I liked? You remember Veronica? And he's like, yeah, what about her? He's like, well, turns out our friendship has been nothing but, fucking bullshit. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, so, here's what she decided to text. And I show him, and I read it out to you. I read it out to him. And I'm like, so this is what she decided to say. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I know who he is and who he can be. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And he's like, I don't even know what that means. Like, what? like who you can or who he is or what. That doesn't even make any sense. Like who I am is, you know, who I am towards people. Like I'm not fake or some shit. And I don't know why you need to say this. It doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. And Mark's like, you know what, whatever. You obviously don't need to be friends with her, you know. Just, you know, ignore her and shit. Like, whatever. She's gonna be a bitch. She's gonna be fake. You know, it's cool. It's whatever. I'm like, yeah. It's whatever. I can't believe a friend that I've been friends with for more than half a year decided to go ahead and stab me in the back like a fucking piece of shit. He's like, you know, it's whatever. You don't need her and shit. Like, all this, like, other shit. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I'm talking to one of my other friends a couple weeks later, like when I get back from school. I mean, when I get back from Alabama. And I'm like, hey, so remember that Veronica girl that I was talking about before? He was like, yeah, what's up? Well, guess what happened? She turned out to be a fake the entire time. And he's like, what do you mean? I pull up my phone and I show him. I'm like, he's like, wow, are you serious? Like, I can't believe it. That sucks, dude. I'm like, yeah, I know, like, you know, it's whatever though, like, my other friend's like, you know, she's just a scumbag and shit. And he's like, he knows about my channel. He's like, yo, you should talk about this on your channel. I'm like, yeah, I actually considered doing that. And he's like, alright, that's cool. I'm like, but I'm gonna wait till she leaves so then I can do it. Because, you know, I don't need people like, oh my god, you're a piece of shit because you made a story on somebody who stopped being friends with you because you're a whiny bitch or some shit. I don't remember. I don't even know. But, like, so I'm like, you know, alright, well, I'm waiting till she leaves school. And a month later, she leaves school. I'm like, fucking finally, holy shit, dude, that took forever. Now I can go make this video. And my other friends, like Stacy's like, you know, she had mental problems and shit. I'm like, I understand that, but like, what the fuck does that have to do with me and her stabbing me in the back? Like, I kind of feel bad that she has mental problems and shit, but what the fuck does that have to do with me being a fake friend or whatever that she thought I was because, you know, she stopped being friends with me for no reason. But, you know, it's whatever, it's cool. I'm gonna do my own thing, and yeah. But moral of the story, don't be friends with fake pieces of shit. Don't be fake. Don't be fake. Yeah, don't be fake. If you are, then stop, please. Like, I don't like people who are fake like that. But if you know the person in question, just don't say their real name. You can talk to me about it if you want. But yeah, so if you enjoyed today's video, give it a like if you want. Thanks for supporting me and shit. And yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya.